Okay, I think I killed the last tape anyway. This is the top. I'll fold it down under. It was under the cover here. Okay, I'm gonna kill the engine. I think. I don't even know if you guys can hear me or not. That little thing just winds out. Oh. Okay. Okay, all right. That's a little quieter. Yeah, so the top's all folded down. I'll pull it out in another video, show you the rip. I can't stand to look at it, broke my heart. So it had just a couple of little spots in it that was torn or messed up, and I had put little patches on it. I had a couple of little like patches I made on the inside. You couldn't even see hardly. And it would work pretty good, but anyway, so I'm not sure what else to show. I don't have the little door catch things in. I've got them somewhere, or what was left of them, or what I had. Everything I got in a couple boxes. You can see there like that. There's supposed to be a little catch there that keeps the door from blowing open too far. But that's the, and it's filthy. I've been driving this thing for like a couple years, I guess, when it's sitting here. It's collecting dirt. I haven't went to a car show for 2 years. That's when I wash it, like right before the car show, I wash it. And you can see like the old door panel here needs replaced or rebuilt. I was probably going to just get some masonite and paint it that chocolate color to match the rims, or paint it to match the seats. And I was going to try to put a speaker in here. For the longest time I kept wrestling with how to get a speaker in there, but there's no room. And so then I come up, yeah, I'll see here if you can see that. See that speaker? And that is the bomb. I got 4 of them babies in here. If that piece of crap Kenwood radio would work, I could demonstrate the speakers, but it gives me some kind of like an error. I'm not a computer guy. But the door handles work, the windows work. The windows, I'll just roll it up here, yeah. I mean, all this old rubber needs to be replaced. The doors need to be fixed, painted up, whatever, new rubber, new interior. Be like new again. But like I said, I just started driving it, and I didn't care if I won or not in a show. Just, I wanted the fun of driving it to a show. We take the pig trail up to Fayetteville, or we go up to Missouri, Carthage, Missouri, for that car show. And we take a bunch of nice, fun driving roads. And it'll do fine on the highway at 70. It does not have the overdrive transmission, but that little engine winds out pretty good. I think I had it up to 86 one time. I can't remember now. But I didn't want to take it any faster. But you could drive at 70 all day long. It's not really a problem. If you want to cruise at 80, it'd be nice to have an overdrive, just keep your RPMs down, but you don't really need it. And 80 miles an hour is really not fun. It's kind of scary because the car's so little. And it does have disc front brakes, drum rear brakes. But there's no power equipment, so your stopping capabilities are limited. Of course, it is a very light car, but much more fun to drive. 30, 40, 50 miles an hour around curvy roads, and when you come to a corner in this car, it's kind of like the Miata. You can speed up for corners if you want. It just really, it's crazy how it turns. And these tall, skinny tires, they'll start talking to you. The Miata, you go around a corner and it is planted until it basically breaks loose, and then you're in trouble. And You know, I learned a couple times I either hit it like a wet spot or dip in the road, and on the Miata on the back end try to go out. Or one time on a wet corner I was accelerating kind of hard, and both tires broke loose in the back, and it's kind of without warning, and you got to really be ready and prepared. And I don't drive like that enough. I try to drive like that a little bit just to get practice for emergencies, you know, to kind of understand how it handles under emergency conditions. So I do take the Miata, I crank it around corners kind of hard, you know, just trying to experiment and learn with it. But you know, it's got there it is. It's got the pretty wide, fat, low profile tires. You know, put on, you know, bigger rims, low profile tires. You got about a, you know, 1.5, 2 inch as of a sidewall. So those tires, you know, it almost feels like a Z. You know, you just like planted. These tires are just the stock tires of the day. They're tall and skinny. And what I was trying to get to when I got off on the Miata is you take this around a corner, and the harder you push it, it'll start squealing. They'll start making noise. And it's gradual from like no noise, 100% traction, to losing traction. It's getting noisier and noisier. So you hit a corner and you get aggressive with it, get in too tight or push too hard, it starts making noise. You know, if you just let off the gas or you know, swing out to a little bit bigger diameter, and then they quit squealing. So you can tell like when you're on the edge of them squealing or not, and you can make them squeal as much as you want. Anyway, it's a blast. I don't know what else is there. Well, there's a little bit of the, I don't know if you see in the frame, but this thing's got a frame. It's got a full frame. This is old school technology. This car's got a frame. It starts up here. And then there's an outrigger there. You can see that the body sits on. You know, there's like there's 3 or 4 outriggers the body sits on. And then the rest of the body is just, you know, the suspension is all on the frame. You know, suspension is not on your body like modern cars, unibody or whatever. You know, this is old school, different deal. Well, here's a little bit of a picture. I don't know if you can see the header pipe. Got the intake, factory intake, factory intake, hot. And the header pipe's right there going down. And they really kind of made a big difference. I think if you're going to do anything to one of these engines, you know, the easiest thing to do, bolt on. Put a header pipe on it and a free flow air breather, and it helps. If I had this apart and was really working on it and fooling with it, I'd probably try to put some kind of a, I probably would put a pickup truck kind of a camshaft in it for torque, just to be like super torquey. Or I don't know, maybe just, or maybe let it wind out, or I don't know, maybe both, just more performance. But I figured it's running, it sounds good, and it's pretty rock solid stock engine. You know, it's built like a tank. You know, it's just, it looks like an old tractor engine. It's all cast iron and steel parts. I'm not sure what else share. We'll let this down. Okay, yeah, you gotta let the and this is the hood. We'll let the hood down and get a look at it. Just gotta pull that up. Okay, hood down. It's got the badge. There should be like red and blue paint, but it's all faded. I never did get around to repainting that, but that's unique to this year. That's, I don't know. That's like real expensive, sought after. If somebody's looking to restore one like original and they don't have that, That's a big deal. It's unique to 1 year. That might be worth $500 if you're gonna part it out, or maybe not that much. But anyway, you got the idea. Yeah, and it's the front, and I didn't do any of this stuff. I just cleaned it up. I spilled some stuff on it. That is tung oil or something. I was spraying or squirting some tung oil on doing some wood refinish or something, and some of it splattered over, and I had a car cover over this thing and realized it got in and seeped through the car cover. But that probably would scrub off. And you can see, and I was talking about these mirrors. I tried gluing them and screwing them with oversized screws and all kinds of stuff. I glued in, epoxied in sandpaper. You know, try to do different tricks to kind of get the hold. It kind of holds, but it's still, when you hit bumps and vibrates, they just, yeah, they just kind of. So it needs quality mirrors. Those are junk. Moss Motors should be ashamed selling that to people. You know, it's nice to be able to get a part that is inexpensive, but if it ain't going to work, don't waste my time. You know, that's kind of how I feel. But I'm sure other Moss stuff's good. Yeah, and those are just cheap radial tires, which is probably all you can find for a 13-inch like that. There's not a big, huge selection, I don't think. Try to see if I can get in here and show you like yeah, and I don't know if you can see anything in there or not, but I could not find inner fender wells, so I fabricated the inner fender wells from scratch out of sheet metal. You know, and there's little dings and things door, and that's where there was a mirror one time. I might have that mirror in my box of stuff. I stripped this thing down in 2011, threw everything in a box, and what's not back on the car is still in the box. Yeah, here's, you know, the front. That's like the worst rust spot on the hood. Rust spot right there needs fixed. I did not use putty. I just welded in new metal on everything. You know, I didn't try to fill holes with chicken wire and putty. I don't know. I'm probably boring y'all to death. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop this one, and then I'm gonna set this. I'll stop this and start another one. You can watch me pull the hood up, and actually pull the top up. And on this year, when it came to America, they put these headrests in. I think the European ones did not have headrests, and I have to tilt the seat forward to get the top up and down. So I think that was an afterthought on their part. But anyway, I'll pull the seats forward. I'll get this piece off, and I'll pull the top up, and you can see the tear in the top. And that's just, when I saw the top tore, just was so depressing. That's kind of the point where it's like, you know, I'm never going to get this fixed. I should probably sell to somebody, if they got time and money and want to work with it, they can finish fixing it up. Oh, it's got the racing gas tank filler. Yeah, that is so cool. It's like a real race car, and of course the hood opens up like a race car should. Okay, I'm gonna shut this off, and I'll get lined up and pull the hood up. I'm sorry, pull the top up.